I want to give, oh, so we start off by saying, all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles, elders, a great millstone, and shout out to the hopeful elect, start with 144,000. So back, today I'm back, and I did a lesson yesterday talking about how I want to do a lesson today talking about the Gentiles. I did a little study a little bit on it with the apostles earlier. Let me go to it. So this is a good one right here. They breaking it down a good bit.
Really?
Apostles Tahar, Apostle Gabar, and excuse me, I don't know the other elder apostle's name, but he break it down just as well too. And then I'm on his page. I'm also on his page too. It's like my fault. Let me go here. Yeah, so I was watching a good bit of both of these, and I got some few precepts I want to bring out because the Spirit we know we want to talk about this. So I'll title this lesson. We are the Gentiles, the Most High referred to. So we'll start off with Romans. We'll go to Romans, chapter 11, starting at verse. We'll start at verse 25. For I would not. It's like my fault for that. Romans 11, verse 25. For I would not, brethren, that you should be ignorant of this mystery, lest ye be wise in your own conceits, that blindness and part happened to Israel until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in. So what it's talking about right here is it's talking about the nation of Israel. And I'm going to bring out some precepts around it. Because what I want to show is, the Most High referring to the Gentiles, referring to Israel as Gentiles, because you had a lot of the going back to the circumcision, uncircumcision, like the apostles was bringing out in Acts chapter 15, and also Acts chapter 20. Well, really Acts chapter 15, you will see, man, that how the circumcision, and you had a lot of Israel knowing they were Israel, but they wasn't doing it. They wasn't doing the circumcision. They weren't doing the things they were supposed to do, And then even talk about the covenant. Let's go to Jeremiah. What it is? Jeremiah 31 and 30. We go to Jeremiah 31 and 31. It's talking about the covenant, but I want to bring out 31. He says, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. And he's saying that because there was two separate nations at the time, man. Like Apostle Gabar was saying, he just cleaned this up for me, that the Gentiles, they think they're referring to, it's from the northern kingdom. No, it's the southern kingdom, man. You got to understand. So, like, what I'm meaning is these Gentiles are people who are in a Gentile state of mind. These people are just like today. Today, how we some of us know we're Israelites, and all of us are Israelites, but how we in the state of mind of being American, being caught up as African American, being that way, So that's why the Most High refers to them as Gentiles. That's why he said, and also is in Luke. It's also in Luke 21 and 24. Until the times of the Gentiles are filled, and now in Romans it says to the fullness of the Gentiles, because you understand that the Gentiles are the nations who were. It's like for the notifications, but you notice the Gentiles are the Israelites who were carried away and who followed the ways of the other nations. So I got a few precepts to show that. So first one I'm gonna go to is Corinthians, 1 Corinthians chapter 12 and verse 2. And it says right here, I'll start verse 1. Now concerning spiritual gifts, brethren, I will not have you ignorant. Ye know that ye were Gentiles carried away into these dumb idols, even as you were led, man. So these are the nation of Israel, man, who follow the ways of these other nations, and it's in the book, man. We right here go to First Maccabees, starting at verse 41. Moreover, King, I forgot how Apostle just said it. Antiochus, excuse me, I'm saying it wrong. Antiochus, excuse me, I'm saying it wrong. But who wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, Everyone should leave his laws. Everyone should leave his laws. And so all the heathen, including the Israelites, because heathens mean nations, agree according to the commandment of the king. Yeah, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah that they should follow the strange law of the land, because it's not the law of the Most High. You know, that's why the Most High, like I said, once again, the Most High is referring to them as Most High is referring to them as who? Gentiles. You know, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifices and drunk offerings in the temple, and that they should be profane that the Sabbath and the festival days. They should profane the Sabbath and festival days and pollute the sanctuary and holy people. Set up altar and groves and chapels of idols and sacrifice swine flesh, eat pork and unclean beasts. They do that today. And they should also leave their children uncircumcised, which was told that children of Israel should be circumcised. You know, that's going back to Acts 15, what I was talking about, man. When Paul telling them that, hey, Paul basically Acts 15, how the apostle was telling is like, you know, you got a lot of Israel who know they're Israel. Just like say you got a lot of Israel who know they're Israel, but you got a lot of them who don't do the things they're supposed to do of our nation. So you know, so the ones who gonna do what you're supposed to do of our nation, circumcise yourself. But if y'all ain't gonna follow the laws and commandments, don't circumcise yourself, man. Follow the way of the other heathens. You know, you'll be brought back into the fold, but you're gonna get punished, man. You're gonna get it. You know, and that's why the Most High referred to, once again, that's why the Most High referred to a lot of Israel as Gentiles. And one precept I'm gonna get to is John chapter 7, verse 35, man. And make their souls abominable with all the manner of uncleanness and profanation. So I'm gonna go right here to Acts chapter 16 and verse 1, because we know Timothy is an Israelite, right? But they say his father was a Greek, but was his father really a Greek? No, his father was on that Hellenist Greek, man. And you'll see by the fact. Let me go back and show you this right quick. I'm moving kind of quick because we got a meeting at 4, but I'll tell Coach to wait on me. All right, right here. So look. Antiochus, the Greek was a Greek Hellenist, right? So, boom, we go right here. We go back to Acts, just showing you precepts and what the Most High referred to a lot of nations. So when he referred to the Gentiles, still know a lot of times he's talking to the nation of Israel, because the Gentiles are the Israelites who are amongst other nations, man, following after these other people. So then came to Derbe and Lystra, and behold, a certain disciple was there named Timothy, and the son of a certain woman which was a Jewess, and believed, but his father was a Greek, right? So the Jews had to be. It was Most High wanted all nations of Israel to be circumcised, right? So, which was reported by the brethren that was in Lystra and Iconium. Him would Paul have to go forth with him, and took and circumcised him, because of the Jews which were in those quarters, for they knew all that his father was a Greek. So boom, I'm gonna go right here, because his father wasn't a Greek, but what was he? He was in a Greek state of mind. He was in a Gentile state of mind. So right here. The Hellenists, right here. About the year 200 BCE, there arose among the Jewish population a group called Misyavinim, meaning Hellenists, who adopted Greek culture as a way of life to such degree that almost invariably they gave up their Jewish culture and identity, man. So you can understand, man, these are the people these people are Israelites, man. They are Israelites. And when the Most High referring to Gentiles, that's why, once again, going back to Romans 11, 11:25, and Luke 21:24, you will see, man. And when these times are fulfilled, these Gentiles, they're gonna be brought back into the fold, man. They're gonna realize the Most High fame gonna go out to them. They're gonna realize who they are, man. They're gonna realize who they are. And I got a lot of precepts I had highlighted throughout studying the lesson today. Yeah, so first I'm gonna bring out this one right here. So after they had held their peace, James answered, saying to the men and hearkened to the brethren, Simon had declared how Yahweh at the first did visit the Gentiles. He did visit Gentiles who are other nations who are Israelites, who are amongst other nations. What he say? To take out of them a people for his name. So these Gentiles can be referred to as nations. The Gentiles can be referred to as other nations, but you got to understand that he's referring to these Gentiles because he's Israelites who are amongst these nations, man. So that's why I want to go right here back to 1 Corinthians 1. Right here, 1 and start at verse 23. But we preach that Yahweh shall crucify unto the Jews a stumbling block, and unto the Greek foolishness. But unto them which are called both the Jews and Greeks, Yahweh shall the power of Yahweh and the wisdom of Yahweh, man. Right here, you had Israelites who spoke Greek. You had Israelites who had Greek names, man. Because you got, once again, you have the Gentiles or these nations who are under these laws and commandments, these statutes, these ways of these other nations, man. You know, it's plain and simple. I wasn't gonna get on here trying to bring out no, that other lesson. Like, I go back to this right here. You can go right here and watch the apostles. They break it down clearly and good, man. They break it down clear and good. The Spirit was on me, and I wanted to bring out a few precepts that I learned from them, and a few precepts I had in mind as well that about this, man. Because once again, and John, because it can be confusing. I know it can be confusing, but when you understand it, you really get it, man. You understand, you really see it. So right here, then said the Jews amongst themselves, whither will he go, that we should not find him? Will he go unto the dispersed amongst the Gentiles? Dispersed amongst the Gentiles, what does that mean? Will he go into the nation of Israel that's dispersed among the other nations and teach the Gentiles? What he mean right there? The first Gentile he's talking about is the other nations. The second Gentile he's talking about is the nation of Israel that's dispersed amongst the other nations, man. It's like I say, man, it could be a stumbling block. But once you get it, you can get it. And I got one more precept I wanted to bring out before close it up. It was gonna be I know this was gonna be a quick. Once again, I copy and paste the link from the video I was watching with the apostles, and I put it in the description. Let the highlights come up. Yeah, man. You got it. On the Spirit on you can receive it. You'll get it, man. Right here, just even Romans right here. It's Romans 16 and 14. These are some names of Israel, but they have, that's why I'll be having it on airplane mode. But yeah. Nah, that ain't the precept I wanted to bring out. I wanted to bring out a precept about preaching the word until, that's why the Most High want the word preached unto all nations, man. We want the word preached into all nations, man. So I can bear with me till this come back up. Okay, here we go. Excuse me. Yeah, one more precept I wanted to bring. I had them highlighted so I could bring them. Oh, matter of fact, in this, I wanted to, I mean, I brought this out earlier. So even talk about Jeremiah 31:31 to the house of Judah, to the house of Israel. Once again, them right there. Going to Ephesians chapter 2, and we can end with this. So I'm gonna read this on down and speak on as we go through the Spirit, Lord willing. And you hath he quickened who were dead and trespass and sin. Talking to the church of the kingdom, man, Judah, man. Where in the time past ye walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. Because our nation was going on, our nation was void. We weren't following the statutes and laws and commandments that the house of Israel had, man. That's why the second covenant brought us back into the fold. We were Gentiles at one point, man. You know? Among whom also we all had our conversation in times past in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature the children of wrath, even as others. But Yahweh, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he loved us, even when we were dead in sins, hath quickened us together with Christ, with the anointed Yahweh Shah. By grace you are saved, and hath raised us up together and made us sit together in heavenly places, and anointed Yahweh Shah, that in the ages come he might show the exceeding riches of his grace and his kindness towards us through the anointed Yahweh Shah. For by grace are ye saved through faith, that not of yourselves is the gift of Yahweh, not the works, lest any man should boast. For we are his workmanship, created and anointed Yahweh Shah unto good works, which Yahweh hath before ordained that we should walk in them. Here it is right here. Wherefore remember that being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision, but which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hands, man. So you gotta know back then, man. I ain't even gonna say back then, because a lot of Judah, a lot of Israel, they still going off, man. A lot of southern kingdoms still going off, still thinking these other nations don't realize that we are the Israelites, man. You know. So once again, that's why you gotta understand and know that these precepts to show that we are those Gentiles that the Most High refers to. The Gentiles are a nation of Israel. Once again, a nation of Israel who are amongst the other nations who caught up in those ways. That at the time we were without Christ, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel, and strangers from the covenants of the promise, and having no hope, and without Yahweh in the world. That's why Jeremiah 31, what he say? In the new covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Judah. You know, it'll be brought back in. But now Yahweh Shah, ye who sometimes were far off from, made nigh by the blood of Christ, by the blood of the anointed Yahweh Shah. You know, it's like Yahweh for saying Christ. For he is our peace, who hath made both one, and hath broken down the middle wall portion between us, having abolished in his flesh the enmity, even the law of the commandments contained in ordinance, for to make himself twine mean together, one new man, so making peace, and that he might reconcile both unto Yahweh in one body by the cross, having slain the enemy thereby, and came and preached peace unto which were afar off, to them that were not. For through him we both have access by one Spirit unto the Father. Therefore ye are no more strangers. Those strangers, the Gentiles, the foreigners you're referring to, are the nations who are far off from the word, from the truth, man. They ain't know who they were. They was following after these ways of the other nations, but it's back now. It's back now. So now we understand. Now we had a spirit to understand who the Most High referring to when we talk about the Gentiles, because we know the history. We know everything back then. You see what I'm saying? You got to know through the spirit. Through the spirit, you'll get understanding of all things. But fellowship with the saints and of the house of Yahweh. So who are the saints? Who are the saints? We can go to this right quick. Who are the saints? Go to the book of Psalms. I can bear with me. Psalms 148. And we just read verse 14 just to get straight to the point. He also exalted the horn of his people, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel. And people near unto him, praise ye the Lord. And like Apostle Gabar was saying just now, man, even when you go into the breakdown of the word children, it refers to as sons, man. You know, the Most High dealing with the sons of Israel, man. You know, like Apostle say, man, the women coming to it by default for sure, you know, but at the same time, the Most High dealing with the sons of Israel, man. So going back to Ephesians. So I can bear with me. Back in verse 19, now therefore ye are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints of the household of Yahweh, and are built upon the foundation of the apostles and the prophets, Yahweh Shai, himself being the chief cornerstone, in whom all the building filthy framed together groweth unto an holy temple in the Lord, in whom ye also are builded together for an habitation of Yahweh through the Spirit, man. So now this Spirit back into us. Now that comforted that when Yahweh Shai, that's why you got to understand it, man. Now that comforter in John 14:15, that after Yahweh Shai laid down for us, which is the blood that brought us back into the fold under the second covenant, and he left that comforter to us, that Spirit. Now we can get understanding of all things. Now we can get remembered and all of it. Now we can understand, which once again, that can help us realize, and through the Spirit we understand that the Gentiles that Most High refers to in this Bible is talking about the nation of Israel, because we the only ones who get salvation, man. We the only ones who get salvation. The kingdom is coming back for the nation of Israel. No other nations, man. Not the Greek, not the Romans, none of them, man. You know, we had Apostle Paul spoke Greek fluently. You got a lot of nations who speak. That's why Most High said every tongue, and that's the precept I wanted to get to. I wanted to get that precept, but we preach his word every time, man. I want to say it's probably in Corinthians. I probably was looking over it. Hold up. Yeah, man. So, Slacker, man. I know that lesson might seem a little soppy, you know, but I want to get that in real quick, man. I had some precepts highlighted, but I don't think I highlighted them all. But yeah, man. Once again, man, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Shem Crocodiles. Double honor to the apostle as a great millstone, and shout out to the hopeful elect. So once again, man, you gotta understand through the Spirit, we know that the Gentiles, who Most High referring to, the nation of Israel, scattered amongst the other nations, man. And once again, I'm gonna put that video description. I'm gonna put the video link in the description so that the brothers, who want to seek more and learn more, you can go watch it, because it's very edifying and it's very it's good knowledge, man. It's good knowledge to help you keep striving and pushing in this truth. So Shalom, Israel.